Hello, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are fine. I'm here to let you know about the situation or those issues that are highly ignorant or not important for many people. So, I was just trying to inform all that in late January I informed all those people who were related to medical field or even from many sectors related to government or higher authorities or even to those who are related to social networking. So in late January, I informed all and I was the first responder through my Facebook page. So I tried to elaborate each and everything, even when the Dr. Lee, who was studying COVID-19 in Wuhan University, that is the same university where we applied for scholarship in 2019. But later, I don't know what happened, and God forbid, or might be we may say that it was just because of God's will that we did not get admission, and right now we are in Pakistan with a safe and sound health. So whatever happens, happens for the good. So even after Dr. Lee died, we informed many people, and even the students from China were calling us and telling whole scenario, informing about the situation of COVID-19. We have been watching many videos live from Italy, China. The bodies were burning and the bodies on the road in China. So that was really trembling, what should I say. Those reports were different from one another. Even the colleague of Dr. Lee, he got COVID-19 after Dr. Lee died. And what he said that I had some mild symptoms of fever and flu, etc. Such symptoms related to SARS and MERS disease. Later, he got well very soon. But many people who had no any symptoms, you know what I mean? People who had no any symptoms related to SARS, MERS, they still had COVID-19. So the point is, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to inform you that every corona is not COVID-19, but every COVID-19 is corona, right? So that's why I'm telling you that try to understand that you people are doing RT-PCR. RT-PCR is not required at this initial stage. You would have to perform RT-PCR when you need some data for evolutionary change. Let's suppose if many people are suffering from COVID-19, okay, so if you take the reading via RT-PCR, real-time polymerase chain reaction, you add the primer and sense and antisense reaction happens. So within a sample, how would you know that if it is actually COVID-19? Because the detection is done for the corona series. Okay, so the point is, if you are having COVID-19, let's suppose you are having COVID-19, okay, you go to your home, you are diagnosed by COVID-19 as positive, so you get isolated, you keep the distance. So there are many possibilities that your sequence will be mutated within your DNA. Okay, even if you are having a positive result for COVID-19, all I'm saying is that there are many chances, like 50% chances, that your sequence for COVID-19 will be mutated within the next week or two. That's why we all are saying to you that keep isolated, keep yourself isolated, keeping your isolation, keeping the distance, or wearing your mask, or get hygienic, or having a good diet, drinking more water, warm water, or chewing your black seeds if you have in your home. So try to take all these precautions for your prevention. You get the point. Second situation is, what is the second condition is, if someone is having negative result for COVID-19, listen to me carefully. If someone is having negative result for the COVID-19, still the chances are, if he or she would go to home or will pass by someone, would have COVID-19. Because if you are sitting in your room with your siblings or your parents or your kids or your relatives, okay, so you all are sitting in one room keeping the distance, still you need to wear mask. Even if you wear mask, even if you are using N95, still you will get the virus. So what we construe that even if you are having COVID-19 or you are not having COVID-19, all the cases are assumed as the same or are alike. That is why we are saying that keep the distance, wear mask, wash your hands for 20 seconds, so the cell wall of bacteria or the virus present on your hands straight away. Then drink water, keep the distance. So those cases, even positive or negative for COVID-19, all are same at this condition, because you don't know when you will get this virus COVID-19. If you are having a negative sequence in your body, still the genetic makeup or a mutation, or if your genes are evolving right now, it is good. But sometimes what happens in your body system, the hereditary material, that is DNA, is covering many abnormal genes in your body. Either they are carrier from your forefathers, right, or either they are from your mother or your father, so they get mutated. If some genes are covered, just like abnormal genes, if the abnormal genes are covered in your body, so there might be more chances for COVID-19 that it will get them uncovered, right? RNA reacting with your DNA, then just like COVID-19 hijacks your host cell, having ACE2 enzyme. So the encapsulation of it, then the infection spreads in your body. Then RNA, DNA, both are having the reaction. Through the replication, more copies of your DNA are producing within your body. So by this approach of central dogma, when we call central dogma of life, as I told you very earlier, that DNA is converted to RNA and RNA is to protein. So that's why we say, try to think about it. You need more prevention, more precautions. So I prescribed many people very earlier in February that take steam, and the whole procedure was written on my page. You can see that on my Facebook page, that is Online Genetic Counseling. You can check that out. If you will see there, then you will know that I described the whole experiment that I did with myself. First, that I took a bucket, then I just boiled 1000 ml water. Then I took a bucket and added it up. Then I put my head down near the face of bucket and did whole experiment. And I told that very early in February. And this information was just converted into misinformation by many WhatsApp celebrities, or what should I call them, fake people. So many people came to my Facebook page and just got the information and they just tried to amalgamate or to misinform many people out there by taking my data or my stuff that I do research days and nights, my effort, you know. So many people from government sector, even they call, I don't know they are from government or not, I don't know, I don't have any idea. So I got a call that time, and they asked me, ma'am, we need your help, ma'am, we need your information, we just need your help regarding COVID-19. So I told them that you can take the information from my Facebook page, and you can hashtag my page name, Online Genetic Counseling, hashtag Online Genetic Counseling. But they just copied and never given any courtesy even. So this is unethical act. Please do not do this. It is my stuff on Facebook page. I do write, I do learn, I do study, I do research days and nights, and you people come to my page and just copy and then paste. This is not the way. It is unethical. I am telling you. Either you are from government sector or from media or from anywhere. Okay? So never do this. I'm warning you. Even if you try to share something, then you can share from my page, directly from my page, giving the courtesy or hashtagging. Okay? Try to understand the difference first. It is not a joke that I read and study whole day. I type here, I share to my page, and you people come and you just copy the idea, the stuff, my material, and just paste to your columns. And it's not fair. It is unfair. It is unethical. Please have some senses and your manners first. Be a Pakistani, be a human, be a gentleman. Well, so I'm a master's in biotechnology. Many people were saying that you are fake and this and that. So I don't regard them. I don't even reply them. So whoever you are, excuse me, I have done my master's from IBGE in biotechnology. Before that, I did my bachelor's in genetics and having 5 years of experience. Even the technology that is running these days, that is COVID-19, has derived from is vector analysis and vector tech. We call it recombinant technology. I even know that what the hell is this about? What is it all about? I know that. So don't try to come towards me and telling me what is this, what is not. I know better than you. You people don't even know what a virus is, what a bacteria is. So do not ever amalgamate anything. It makes everything, just like messed up. So the technique is used for COVID-19 is Chimera. Chimera is a technology in which we use 3 sequences or 2 sequences, okay, 2 sequences or more sequences, I must say. 2 sequences or more sequences, just like 3, 4. We do, what should I use for you? The language is mixed up, or we call it mixing up or fusing 2 sequences. So by ligation we do patch up more genes, more sequences. So 2 sequences are being used here. One is from bat and another is from civet cat. The information I'm telling you about, the whole information right now I'm giving you about Chimera, is just published in previous paper. So they describe that 2 sequences from bat and the civet cat are sequenced together to form one sequence. Okay, so that was a time when Dr. Lee was studying, so he must have observed that one sequence that eventually was derived from 2 sequences, that was the Chimera. So obviously when he was working on that label in his lab, so it was obviously inhaled by the doctor or any other person who was present there. So after inhalation, obviously the sequence inserted into the human body. Then again one sequence is merged, that is a sequence from human, right? First 2 sequences were merged, then the virus got inhaled by a human body, so another sequence has merged. So now 3 sequences observed. It is all described by the last papers through many universities from China and from European universities. So what happened in COVID-19, that first S strain, what we call it S1 strain, was evolved into S strain, then to N strain. So it became lethal and got pandemic, just like spreading from one region to another region, from one country to another country. Okay, so the graph was reaching upward and on a higher level on y-axis. So exponential phase was derived by the lower reading, then it got higher and higher. If you remember that in intermediate or in school we learned about the bacteria. Once bacteria get infected within your body, or once you get infected by bacteria, then the lag phase and then exponential phase, which is a growth phase. Exponential phase is regarded for the growth phase, that how the level of growth is observed. Okay, then the log phase and death phase. So the same criteria is observed by a virus, and you can see the graph. If you will search it out on Google, then you will see the exponential phase is going upward again. So it is just rising higher and higher. So that is why we are prescribing you that keep yourself isolated, because every patient by COVID-19 is experiencing different symptom from another one. Means each patient from COVID-19 is describing different symptoms. Just like we say that if the genetic pattern of COVID-19 is having XY for the males, so that tells us as having a weaker immunity for COVID-19. Why? Because females have double X copy for X chromosome, so they have stronger immunity for COVID-19 than the males. So males have XY chromosome, so that is why many males are affected from COVID-19. So now we get the point. Females have XS and males have XY, so that's why females have more stronger immunity as compared to males. So keep yourself isolated, keep the distance, wear mask. We are highly recommending you that wash your hands and try to clean your environment. So the point is, many people are asking that should we eat according to our nature or what is prescribed by the physician or nutritionist. You should eat according to your body system. As many people are having energy boosters, if they are getting lethargic, it doesn't mean that you will get energy boosters that are synthetic. Not at all. You should take this form of energy booster as in natural form rather than synthetic. Okay, not in synthetic form but in a natural form. How? I will tell you later. So that's why we say be careful whatever you take. Even if you are taking medicine or you are taking your diet, then keep your eye very close that what are you taking, because every body system is different from another. So we were telling all people you can read, but nobody listened me carefully. All were taking me for granted. I spread this information through my Facebook page, even to many officials through Twitter, or even when the lockdown was happening here. So we know actually that this phenomena more than you people, especially those who have no medical background. So what should you do if you are diagnosed by COVID-19? So what would you do immediately? We are telling you again and again that do not panic. Do not panic. Why? Because it is all about the theory. It is all about the theory of fight and flight. So in the same theory, we learn more about frightness, that is about fear, about trauma, about sudden happenings, okay, about anger. So here, why we are telling you that do not panic is just all about fear. That do not fear, do not fright, because of signal transduction, your cells get more impulse, and the signaling affect your blood flow. If your blood flow is affected by your sudden reaction, then you will get panic and you will get your breathe that you will breathe more heavily, and your lungs will get congested, okay, you will get your blood pressure higher. So that is why we are saying that do not panic, because due to vigorous condition or due to faster blood flow, the flow of virus will also be replicated. Now you get the point. If you get your BP higher, then the replication of virus will also be affected. It will be more faster. That is why we are telling you that do not panic. And many theories are working here. I will tell you later. The video will be more longer, so that's why I am just comprising each and everything together. We'll discuss that later. So check your fever, what medicine your doctors have been prescribing you, and if you are taking antibiotics, then try to take those medicines that suit you, or always ask your doctor first. Do not take any medicine yourself, okay, and get yourself isolated. Wear mask, drink water, do rest, drink orange juices, lemon juices, and take steam as I described in February. You can check that whole procedure on my page. I have shared that again on my page, Facebook page, online genetic counseling. You can check that. I have told that very earlier. I don't know why don't people listen. I don't know. Either they want to be unaware of important facts, or I don't know. What should we say now? We can just warn you. All you can do is just be careful. But you people do not listen. So that experiment also got viral by many copycats, and who changed whole the procedure, and that was very disappointing. So now come to the point. Next, you will ask your physician. I told you that try to take chloroquine phosphate prescribed by the doctor, prescribed by the pharmacist, not by yourself. Please, people are prescribing chloroquine phosphate on WhatsApp, on online social media or any pages, and please, for God's sake, do not prescribe this medicine without having any information. People who want to take chloroquine phosphate, please first go to your doctor or call your doctor. You can call your doctor and you can ask yourself that should I take chloroquine or not, okay? Do not do it yourself. And there are many more 35 medicine I have described on my page very earlier, but people do not read. Even in Pakistan, I guess they do not want to read anything, that is why they are affected by certain diseases. What should I say? I have told that there are many vaccines, more than 35, and I have shared 35 vaccines on my page very earlier in February, or I guess in earlier March. So these are the alternatives just for the temporary vaccination, not permanent but temporary vaccination. 35 medicines just for the temporary vaccination. So not all are good for you because you need a doctor, and they might be having some changes and they may have some side effects, or not all have good effects. Not have. Now you get the point. So you need a pharmacist, and pharmacists are the best people who you can ask immediately, because it is their study. They know about the composition, about milligram, gram, milliliter. They know even better than a doctor, seriously. So if you have a good doctor, then please call the doctor, then take whatever you want to take your way. So what is next? What you should take as your diet if you are diagnosed by the COVID-19, or even if you have not any symptoms still, but it is prescribed by me for all those who are having the disease of COVID-19. You should take soups, cereals only if you are having a weak immunity, or having your fatigue body or muscles. Okay, then what you would take: fresh vegetables, fruits, citrus, grapefruits, pineapple, having more vitamin C, lemon juices, lemon with lukewarm water, orange juices, nuts, dry fruits only if you have no allergic reactions after you take dry fruits. Okay, otherwise you should ask your nutritionist, because no any person, if just like, let's suppose if I do take dry fruits or nuts, then I get food allergy, you know. So not everything suits to any other second person, not everything suits to every person, every case is different. That's what I'm telling you again and again. Even if you take medicines, even if you take your diet, every case is different. So you can take strepsils for your throat. Still, I would say, if you are having any allergy or any reaction, then do not take strepsils without prescription. Okay, do gargles, lukewarm water will be used, and add some salt, then do your gargles. Brush your teeth twice a day, day and night, after you wake up or before going to bed, so you would not be infected by bacterial attack or bacterium in your body that gives more exposure to a Campania virus. So it gives more exposure to your virus, because you cannot kill a virus. Okay, you can kill a bacteria for a while, but you can never kill a virus. It is a non-cellular. We do not call it non-living, we call it non-cellular. Okay, so virus can never be killed. If you will get some fossils from ancient places, so obviously you will take the fossil, and you will cryopreserve the genetic material. Virus is actually a genetic material, and here we have RNA in COVID-19, RNA virus. Genetic material is RNA. If you remember that experiment that we all learned about, the experiment of Griffith experiment, what was that? If you remember, Griffith took two strains. Griffith was a scientist who took two strains, and one was virulent, that was smooth, and one was non-virulent. That was rough bacteria. So he took two strains, one rough and second smooth. Rough was non-virulent and smooth was virulent. When he heat killed the smooth virulent strain, then he mixed this strain with rough strain. Then he injected to the mouse, and what he observed, that mouse was died. So what was the reason? The reason was, even he tried to heat kill the genetic material, still the genetic material was there to replicate, and that is why when he injected, the mouse died. So the genetic material was responsible for the death of a mouse. Now you get the point. So genetic material is the key which is responsible for death of person or any living organism. That's why we say that if this virus, if you heat kill, or if you say that if you have bacteria on your hands, so obviously it will give more exposure to bacteria. So that is why we are saying that drink more water, more warm water, wash your hands for 20 seconds. Why 20 seconds? Because the cell wall will break and the virus may shed it from your body, wherever it is. Keep your mouth and your nose covered. Wash your hands and keep the distance. If you are if you are having any antibacterial condition, that it is good, but for taking your antibiotics, or if you are having any bacterial reaction in your body, then what you do? So for antibiotic reactions, you will take a natural antibiotic. What is this? It is honey with warm water. Natural antibiotic is honey with warm water. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting tired now. So the point is, so what's the best thing to take right now if you are having COVID-19, or if you are having not? The best remedy is take the black seeds. We call it kalonji, right? So take black seeds, just like 7 seeds or 14. You should take it in odd number, just like 7 or 14. If you plus 2 numbers, 14, 1, 4 is 5. Okay, so even 15 or anything like that, just try to take it in odd number. So after taking the seeds, what would you do? Take honey with warm water and try to take this remedy after you wake up early in the morning. Immediately, if you wake up early in the morning, then immediately what would you do? You would take black seeds, as I told you, in odd number. Okay, then take honey with warm water. Just after you take black seeds, after you take black seeds, and I'm doing it since 3 years, and it boosts your immunity, as it is a natural form of medicine, or a herbal treatment, I must say. Not herbal, but unnatural. Unnatural, yeah. Because if you take any synthetic vitamin or any form of supplement, then it is not a good idea. You should take everything in a natural form. God has created everything for you, so you should use such natural remedies for your health. So it is written that after you wake up early in the morning, take a pinch of black seed and then drink lukewarm water with honey added to it. And do not waste water, because the next war will be for the water, you know. The video is going long. Okay. If any medical or pharmaceutical or any laboratory is interested to do some collaboration with me, I mean me, so I am here to help you. Okay, by my work, by my formulation or composition, because I know how to make composition for natural remedies, and I have even made a few patents for natural remedies as well. So if we comprise any formulation or composition, so after a few days of research, because before getting into any remedy or any research, we need to read that phenomena or to do research first. Okay, so that's why we go for the trial of that medicine for the patients or any model organisms. So for the model organism, obviously we use rodents and mouse because they have the same functional properties and same physiological functions as humans have by the system or whatever we do for the experimental work. We use, I mean, model organisms, but rodents and mouse are being used for the human physiology because they resemble by that factor. So that's why we don't prescribe anything immediately without having a good result. So that's why we do research. First we do research if we want to formulate any medicine or prescription. That is why you are trying to understand what I'm saying. That is why the vaccination of COVID-19 is taking too much long. So it's taking too much time to be introduced for the treatment, and it will take even more months, just like 4 months, 5 months. So not immediate results will be observed so far. So we have some rules and ethics, otherwise things happen just like the pandemic. As you know, the pandemic phase or the COVID-19 is just like an accident. Why? Because the rules and the regulations were not followed. Just like if I say that in China, when the scientist was studying this COVID-19, he must have been well informed by the department. It has all come to that level of ethics, rules and laws. So if someone goes against the laws or someone tries to perform something that is unethical, so such things happen. You know what I mean? So we are prescribing you or recommending you to get your prevention, your precaution. Otherwise, you will be not treating yourself with justice, or what should I call it? If you don't listen, then I have written here that be ready for the next pandemic. Seriously, I'm not kidding. It's genuinely saying by me. It's true. If you don't take precautions, you will lose yourself. Many people who are thinking that it's a joke, but they all are in hospital now. They all are admitted in to the hospital now. They were thinking that it's a joke. If you won't take precautions, then be ready for the next pandemic. Seriously, do not play with science. Let it be with those who are in this field since many years. Hope you understand me. And yes, people were trolling, making fun of COVID-19. As I told you, who didn't believe died later. So I have been serving voluntarily for IDTDNA. IDTNA is a company, if you don't know, that is providing the facility for the test kits in Pakistan, and also the CDC that is sending kits to whole Pakistan right now during COVID-19 pandemic phase. One is IDTNA and second is CDC. So this is the information you can read here. It is for those people who are calling me a fake person. If I were a fake person, then why I have been running my Facebook page since 2 years, and why I had been providing free consultation to my patients. I would have charged them with very heavy fees or heavy package. So you should understand that. Before you call me fake, all I'm trying to say is I would have been used many resources, or I could have charged with huge amount of fees, as I have been consulting my patients since 2 years. That's what I am saying. There's something you have read now. So now you see what I have written here. I have designed 6 patents till now, and 4 more are in a row for the CV, and 1 is for American company. And even I have served for World Health Organization, WWF, and United Nations through online coordination. So industries have grown because doctors are doing the work of biotech people. Biotech people are doing the work for pharmacists, and pharmacists are doing the work for HR. HR team workers are doing marketing. So everything is disturbed and confused. So another important thing for the doctors is they must do their work properly as treating patients. While they are treating patients, they should be careful for a good proning. Proning is a whole subject when it comes to the subject of ventilation. When patients are admitted in ventilation, then doctors should perform a good proning during ventilation, because if they would not be taking care, so there are the chances, even if they are not going to die, then they would die. See, So biotic people must do RT-PCR. Not all other people who have no information about real-time PCR, ELISA, and other apps, or should I say, another biotech applications. Many other biotech applications are performed by those people who have no any background related to biotech or genetic engineering field, you know. So they have no experience. So it is good that every person from every field joining together, and all are united for COVID-19, to fight against COVID-19. They are working together. That is a really good sign for every person in Pakistan. So for those who are calling me fake, I am providing consultation since 2 years through Facebook page. And many people from medical fields and paramedics used to laugh that time, and they used to ask me that what the hell am I doing. And today they realized during the COVID-19 season that my approach was highly advanced and relatively better than those who had no idea about biotech and genetic counseling. I have written each and everything here before you ask me anything, because when I start talking, then I don't stop. So that's why I have written here each and everything, so I can get my focus. So COVID-19 is a name that is derived by World Health Organization. CO is for COVID. CO is for corona, VI is for virus, and D is for disease. Coronavirus disease. So if you are suffering from COVID-19, we biotech people who belong to genetic engineering, then you will realize that we all are having this condition since many years. Yes. Why? Because we get many bacterial infections. We have been attacked by many bacteria when we do work in the lab. So standing in the lab, we just isolate ourselves, or just if we are diagnosed by any bacterial infection, then we don't go to the lab, and we keep the distance, we get isolated ourselves, then we go back to normal routine and schedule the time. Yes, it is a normal condition for those who work in the lab. It is new condition for you, as you are having isolation, but it is not new for all of us who work in the lab days and nights. We do work day and nights. We really work hard, taking the reading under the supervision, and more than 6 hours, and we are not even allowed to talk seriously in a lab. And if you know that whenever we apply for any foreign university or any European university, so they do ask for the push-ups even before we get admitted into the lab. Do you know that we do push-ups while applying for any foreign industry or company or any lab? They ask just to check if we have some kind of strong stamina. Okay, because we need to stand whole day long. We are in lab for microscopic study, for working on slides, or doing staining, sterilization, autoclave. We are just working for more techniques. So if we are standing in the lab, then we know that there are many other works related to biotech applications, just like not only RT-PCR, but from autoclave to Bunsen burner, you know. So we are used to do such things like cleaning your desk or cleaning your equipments. It's all new for those who are not used to of it, or who are not habitual, but we are habitual for that. Because very sophisticated and very neat and clean people are there in biotech lab. All those people who are very sophisticated are highly recommended for the biotech industries. You know that. So previously all were very ignorant. Later COVID-19 came, and all are craving to work with us, means biotechnologists. So try to understand that it's our source of income. You can read what I have written here. I provide free consultation to those who are in need only, not to those who are living a luxurious life. Many people come to my Facebook page and they ask for free consultation. Why? Why would I give you free consultation? Why would I provide you such information or any prescription without any fees or charges? Why? I mean, I work here with my efforts whole day long. I study, I do research, I learn a lot. So why do you think that I can provide free consultation to those only who are in need, or who are very poor, or who all those who don't have any access to go to any doctor, not to those who are living a luxurious life. I mean, I have seen many people come to me, and if I look at their DP, they are standing near the car or having a very luxurious lifestyle, and they ask for, ma'am, will you please provide us free consultation? I mean, why? It is my source of income. If you have a Mercedes or any car, you have everything, and you ask me for free consultation. Oh, that is unfair with me, seriously. If you are having some source of income, then it is my source of income. Not now, it is not new for me. I am providing consultation since 2 years through Facebook page. Now all are doing this due to COVID-19, but I'm doing this since many years. That's what I'm saying. So don't do this. I hope this information helped many people, or domestically, or also they may take more prevention. It is my information, okay? So many people were saying that I'm fake, this, that, and blah blah. So I did my master's and bachelor's from Institute of Biotechnology, Genetic Engineering, master's in biotech, bachelor's in genetics, and I did online courses, Indian School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, then Genomics at HMX fundamentally, and another university was involved, that is Georgetown University. So I also worked on the models, and these days I'm working for those models, including biomedical or artificial intelligence or machine learning and human robot interface. So for that I need many people. I don't know, many people apply for the job on my Facebook page, but they get vanished. I don't know. A girl came to me, she asked about my illustration, I gave her my illustration, and all of a sudden she just got vanished. That was hilarious. I mean, why? Why did you come? To get my information or what? It was my work. Please, don't do this. So, I'm the first one to introduce science futurology in Pakistan. Alhamdulillah, mashallah. So, you may go to the page that is online genetic counseling. Okay, hashtag you can do hashtag as well. So, that's all for now. Hope the information I provide is helpful for you. So it's all good for your own self. Keep the distance and wear mask, take a good diet, remember me in your prayers, take care, Allah Hafiz, and don't forget to share and like my page. Allah Hafiz.